Hey everyone, Eric with K here. Today's video is going to be on highlighting my hair again because you can see that my highlights have grown out and I've cut my hair quite a bit, not really the length, but I cut into my hair a bit because it looks better like that curly. So what we're going to be doing is, well, you need a bowl if you're going to do this at home with a brush. I'm using BW2 Plus. This was sent to me to do a review on and I had already done that review a while ago. But even before it was sent to me for a review, it is my favorite product to use. It's a bleach or a lightener. It's my favorite product to use for hair color allergies. I have a whole video, a whole playlist talking about that. So yeah, I use 20 volume. I know I usually tell you guys to only use 10, but we're only doing about 10 foils in my hair and I only had 20 volume. Plus, as you'll see in this video, I always keep an eye on my foils. Because I primarily wear my hair up at this length, I only need to do a few foils just to face frame and kind of go underneath. So yeah, and plus I already had some existing highlights on my hair. So I'm going to like haphazardly do this because you know if you've been on my channel that when I do my own hair at home, I haphazardly do it. So I'm not using, how do I say this? I'm always leaving some hair out closest to the hairline because it's easier because I'm not going to tone it. So it's easier to get away with coloring when you do that instead of it looking like it's a harsh line coming out of the roots. So everything I do to one side, I'm obviously doing to the other. So we're just going to quickly grab that. We're going to brush it up. So that's like tease or back comb it. And that just helps when you're doing a highlight to make it look less like Kelly Clarkson 2000s and more of like a natural look to a highlight. It just kind of, instead of you're just doing like, even though you're doing a weave, it could still look a little chunky if you don't do that back combing or that teasing. And that's really something that we all learned from doing balayage. And so, yeah, and I'm kind of doing a balayage technique here, not quite because I'm not using cotton and I'm not using the plastic and I'm not I'm not picking up in the same technique, but I am doing more of like an ombre look. And when you do ombre, or at least me, because when ombre first came out, balayage was huge. And so that was kind of like a lot of the classes that I would take and stuff like that. And so it's very much a balayage ombre kind of look where you're not too close to the roots and it kind of looks like it's a grown out look instead of it looking like a brand new fresh set of bleach blonde highlights, if that makes sense. When you do that back combing, you never want to put the bleach on top of that. You want to meet it, but like never on top of it because that'll just get messy. Because my hair is naturally curly and I wear it naturally curly, there's a lot of room for error. If my hair was pinned straight or if I wore it straight every day, I'd have to be way more careful with what I'm doing. And that is why, this is a pro tip, that is why a lot of the time you see hair color done and the stylist always curls it because you could hide a lot in curls. And so I'm just going to be really real with you. You could hide a lot in curls. If I wore it straight every day or if my client wore it straight every day, I don't care what it looks like curly. I care what it looks like straight. And that just takes a lot more precision. Just going to be real with you guys. Okay, so now we're doing these two side ones and then we're going to work on that front. Again, like I said before, I'm leaving the hair that's like right on I'm pulling it out right now, right on that hairline. I'm just kind of pulling that out just because I don't want it to be like this harsh, skunky looking line. I want it to be as natural looking as possible. And then we're just going to weave through. We're going to pull out a piece. We're going to tease it. And then we're going to take that foil and put it down. And then we're going to not go over that area that was teased, but we're going to meet it. So you can see I'm not going all the way up on this. And then I'm actually bringing the color it's not color, it's bleach all the way through to the ends. It's important to address the fact that my hair is the dark color in my hair is natural and the highlights at the end are just highlights. They're completely raw. There's no toner, there's no gloss, there's no color on it. So my hair is going to lift a lot faster than somebody who has color on their hair, artificial color, and has to break through that. My hair is going to lift faster than that because it's kind of virgin hair with a little bit of bleach on the ends. And I am bleaching over the bleach because I just want it to be like pop-a-loppin'. I want it to be like really pretty. I want my curls to really pop is really the goal of this. It's less for me that I like the color. I like what bleach does to my hair. I think it gives it more like body and depth and stuff like that. Plus, the closer we get to the summer, the lighter my hair is going to get just naturally because that's what the sun does. So I don't have to go too crazy with this, but I did want to get it far enough on my hairline that it can grow a bit without having to worry. And as I said, I wear my hair up a lot, so I didn't need to re-bleach any of this hair. I want my hair to grow. And so, yeah, I only wanted to do a face frame because my hair is up a lot, and then I just noticed when I do have my hair down, which is, like, rare, there is a spot in the back that's just kinda like, blah, and it's just not colored at all, and so I just wanted to color that, and that's what I'm doing here, and then, of course, we're gonna weave, and we're going to back comb, and then we're gonna put that foil on, and we're gonna put some bleach on it. And that is what we're doing. That is what highlighting hair is all about. And like I said, I'm not going to be toning this at all at the end. So I want to make sure I pull out these highlights in the right time. And so you'll see in a bit that I do check my foils. I do rebleach my foils and everything like that. I did notice when I was done doing this, I looked in the mirror and I was like, I kind of have a gap in my hair. I have like the front bang bleached. I have the side bleached. But that area right before the back of my hair, like right where I'm doing it now, that area right in front of that, it's kind of like really dark. So I did go in and do some foils over there in a very different way than I traditionally would do the foil. So I would literally, um, oh, first let me check. Let me check my foils first and see how they're doing. They're not even almost done. You could see that I need a lot more time on that. So we're just gonna shut that. Okay, and then over here, I was like, I part my hair primarily in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is just really cheap this out because what I should have done was do like horizontal foils like I did in the front, but instead I'm gonna do different kind of foils. Unfortunately, a lot of this is out of frame, so I'm sorry, but I did want to keep it in just so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I did it like a slice on the side of my head instead of doing a slice on the front of my head, which is what I would traditionally do because once your hair is down, you want it to be even on both sides. It's hard for me to explain that, but if you've been following along, like my hair stuff, you would know what that meant. And you'd also probably have seen how I do hair in the past and what that actually means. But anyway, I feel like I'm babbling. I'm going to play some nature sounds for you that I recorded in my backyard so that you don't have to listen to me babble. And then I'll be back to talk about some more important stuff. Okay, I'm back. So I'm trying to count. I think that there's about 10 foils in total, maybe 9, maybe 11. And then what I did was I started to look in the foils to see how they're doing. And I was like, I really half-ass this a lot. And there are like spots that aren't completely drenched with the bleach. And you really want that. So I took the extra leftover bleach that was there and I just put it on top of the bleach that's already there. And then I folded the foils back up and I continued with that process until I was happy with what we were dealing with. And I always periodically check on the foils. I always start by checking on the first ones that I did to make sure that they're not lightening too much. And I start pulling them out as I need. Like as I'm like, yeah, that's the color that I want it to be, I start pulling them out. But first, as you could see, there's like a dark chunk right there that I totally missed. I'm just going to go over that with some more of the same bleach that's just been used from the beginning. There's nothing new that's going on here. This is to like get underneath, like what I'm doing right now is like get underneath the hair. It's so important to do this, especially if you applied it in a rush or if you just went into this thinking you're going to half-ass it for two reasons. One is because if you miss spots, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. And the other reason is that bleach really needs to stay moist and wet for it to work, for the activation to work. And that's why we keep it in foils, not only to separate it from the other hair, but really because we don't want it to dry out. Because once it starts drying out, it's no longer active. So that's why you really want to go in and check those foils. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going through, I mentioned this in my video of, I believe it was a great blending video where I said like you can pull out the foils one by one and rub your fingers in it to kind of make sure that it's everywhere on that strand that you need it to be, and that's what I was just doing here. So as you can see, I'm going in and I'm taking them out in the same order that I put them in for the most part. I mean, maybe there's like one or two that I mixed up a little bit, but I did this pretty fast, and so yeah, I can just take them out as I put it in. I also took the shirt that I was wearing and I just put it under my armpits because I should have worn something that was easier to get over my head, but instead this one wasn't really. So I let it sit for about 5 more minutes, and now here we are, and I am ready to just take these all out I am no longer pulling them out one by one. They are ready to go. This is what it looks like afterwards, and honestly, I could not be happier. I wish my hair was longer for sure, but it's giving Sarah Jessica Parker vibes from, like, early Sex and the City days, and I love that. Don't mind my hair, it's still a little wet in the back, that's why there's, like, longer pieces. But I really love the way, this color just volumizes my hair, it brightens up the whole look, and I'm really happy with it. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, when you start looking at the foils or taking down the foils that are close to your face, just be careful with your eyes because this is bleach that we're using and you don't it will sting, it will burn, it will cause irritation to your eyes, so just be careful. And then this is the way I usually wear my hair, like, every single day. I just pin it up. My undercut's growing out, that's why it's so hard to get that hair up in the clip, so sometimes I just bobby pin it up. But this is, what my hair looks like when I actually do it. So, for me, it's important to see what it's actually gonna look like when it's done. So I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.